How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Two-Wheeled Forest. My name is Bailey. So as you guys can see, it has been a little bit since you guys have seen me, and I just wanted to come on here, talk about what the plans are, what has happened over the last few months. It's been about 2 months since you guys have seen me last, and just overall plans and everything like that. So some things have came up. I was just in terms of the channel, I was planning on, recording and doing like day in the lives, like week in the life of a training like person, all that, and I recorded them. I just never got to editing them and all that, just because, like I said in the video, it is kind of hard. I I get busy with life and everything like that, and that's gonna be kind of the topic of this video, is that life kind of got a little bit in the way. And so first of all, I just want to come out and say that I am sorry for the lack of videos, the lack of just being there, communicating with you guys, all of that. And second of all, in terms with the triathlon, I have been training pretty much every day, about 6 days a week. It might be a little lighter some days, it might be a little bit heavier, but I have been consistently training for the triathlon. But I am going to come out and say that in terms of the triathlon on June 25th, about 20 days away from now, it's Monday the 5th of June, it isn't looking too good. And I'm kind of just coming to terms with that. And the reasons, so I do want to say though, I do plan to do a triathlon in the future, and maybe that's in July or August. Maybe by the end of this year, before the end of this year. I do plan to still do a triathlon at some time. It is a big bucket list, and right now I am training for it. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still doing all these things, and just the training I'm still doing. But for right now, I do not believe I will be able to do the one in San Diego that I was planning to do. And the reason for that is just because right now I'm currently not at a job, at the same job I was doing. And that is because I do have some plans for a new job coming up. And I'm not going to fully announce what the job is, because I'm not too sure if I'm going to get it or not, but I'm kind of like 70% positive right now that I will. It's just they're saying about mid-June, and so it's kind of super up in the air. But I will say, if I do get that job, my life will be a lot different in terms of everything, training, everything. It's one of my dream jobs. And so it might change my life. I believe it will change my life for the better and everything like that. So that's one reason, is that I do not have a job right now. I'm off savings right now, but for about a month I won't be having a job. And so in terms of money and getting into the triathlon, just to get in and buy in for that day, I'll need, a USAC or USAT. I forgot what it is. But I need a license. I think it might be USAT, but I like the United States American Triathlon thing, certificate, just like a license. It's a 1-day license, but with everything, just for the sprint triathlon, it would be about $200 or so. And while I do have that, it's just not a very good financial decision just to do that right now. If it was just that, it would be fine, but it's terms of like the lodging, and I still don't have a triathlon suit, and of course the triathlon suit isn't fully necessary, but for me, like the way that my brain works and the way that I work, I need things to be kind of in a certain way, and for me the tri-suit was an important piece of that, because then I wouldn't need to worry about the transition and all that type of stuff, just being able to change into my running, into my swimming, into my, just all that stuff, and transitioning. So And for me, like, I could find a cheap tri suit, but also I I just, that's kind of not the way that I work fully. I would rather have good stuff. And yeah, so that would be probably another 2 to 300 just to get kind of a nice-ish. I don't want the top of the line, but also one that I'm not going to be like, oh my god, you know. And then I'm also kind of like, well, why would I do that just for a sprint triathlon, you know? And I think I am putting probably too much into it, but also, like I said, that's just kind of how I work. And I would probably not, I would go into the triathlon feeling like kind of, oh no, I'm not going to do as well because I don't have the same amount of gear. And that's kind of what's held me back in the cycling racing as well. You know, I don't have the bike, but also that's kind of a valid point in it, because if I'm only on like an endurance bike, you know, the frame is an endurance, I can't. But anyway, guys, and then lodging, I would want to be there. It's in San Diego, so it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hour drive for me. And I would want to be there probably a day or two before just to get everything, you know, go to the transition area, kind of scope out everything and everything like that. So, and I know that the whole point of this thing, like the whole triathlon and all of it, was kind of like spur of the moment. So, and that's kind of my fault. So kind of time caught up with me a little bit. I mean, I was on top of the training. I'm in a lot fitter state. You know, like my swim has gotten really fast. Like there were some days where I was get done with a workout and I'll be like, I'm gonna be I could possibly be competitive in this triathlon, you know, for top of my age group or top of everything, just because I knew that my swim, like I went from like a 2:05 per 100 meter, 2 minute and 5 second per 100 meter to down to like, I think my top was like about 1:30. And that might not sound very fast, but in terms of like all of that, like in like a month or two, that's kind of that's a big improvement. So, and then my bike, I've just gotten overall stronger. So yeah. So I just want to announce that I do not think unless things change rapidly and everything goes well, I do not believe that I will be doing the triathlon on June 25th. But like I said, I do plan to do one. I would like to do one maybe later in the year, you know, or, you know, start of next year. I do still want to do one. It is one of my bucket list items and everything like that. So, but on to the next thing. I did announce, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen right here, but on Facebook, on my page, I did announce that after my triathlon, I was going to be focusing on the racing and the sport of cycling. So I told you guys this before, that my overall dream was to be racing and cycling and kind of take that seriously and see how far I could get and everything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm going to be shifting my focus to that now. So I will say that I still do want to do things in the like running and especially the swimming. Like I told you guys before, I've had a little bit of experience before in swimming, and swimming is really fun to me, and I just kind of really enjoy it. So I will say that it has been nice, because when I would heavily train in cycling before, I would get but it was indoors, and I will say I've shifted my focus to a lot of outdoor riding, and it's been a completely different change. Like a week ago, I did about a 35-mile ride with about 3,000 feet of climbing, and I'm not a very big climber, but that was like super nice. I rode up into Oak Glen, if you guys know where that is, in Southern California, and it's pretty nice area up there. But yeah, the rest was descent, but for the first 18 miles, it was just pure climbing. That's when I did the 3,000. I ended it with like 3,200, 3,100 feet of climbing, but most of it was just climbing in that first 17, 18 miles. So 18 miles over 3,000 feet of climbing. I did a group ride in November of 2022, and I did a 70-mile ride in Tour de Foothills, and I did less climbing than I did there. So that just puts into perspective, like, that was a very big climbing day, and that's kind of what I've been doing now. Like, there's a climb near me, and I've been kind of just adding that into my everyday ride. So that is kind of the announcement now, is that I'm going to be shifting my focus back over to cycling. And I wanted to ask you guys, if you guys can, go ahead and like comment what you guys, because before I said that I would do things, but if I know that you guys want to see it or give me an actual video idea, then I will probably do it, you know, because I'm not, if I say that I'm going to do something, I'll most likely do it, but also I like knowing that it is something that you guys would probably want to see as well. So that's pretty much, you know, so if you guys can just comment, or whatever, if you guys do want to see something, just say it in the comments. And whether that's like a bike tour, you know, whether that's a ride along, whether that's, you know, a kind of a day in my life of training. And another thing, I am off work right now, so I have been heavily training and focusing on that. And for the rest of that time, I'm going to be giving myself, like, I'm going to be trying to hit about 20 miles a day of riding every day, or at least 5 days a week, you know, have those weekends off or something. But yeah, I've been pretty much kind of like slowly weeding out the running and swimming for more cycling. So like I said, it has been really nice to do all of that, you know, kind of, and I think I will stick with that, you know. If I'm feeling exhausted and I feel like I cannot be on the bike right now, and that's a form of overtraining. If you guys ever have that type of moment, I highly suggest don't get on the bike, or try to make it as enjoyable as possible, because if you're doing that, you're just going to have more and more detriment to yourself and to your training, because you're just going to, your brain will start mentally associating that training and the bike with bad things. So I'm just going to go ahead and, if that does happen, please like take an off day, or try to substitute it in with a shorter ride and something else. And that's what I plan to do, is if I do feel like I cannot be on the bike for 3 hours that day, then I'll probably do maybe an hour or an hour and a half, and then go for a swim or a run if I need to. So that's kind of my plans now. I'm going to be shifting my focus over to bike racing, and of course the racing of bikes is coming to an end, which yeah, but like I said, I still need to get a new bike and everything, so that's going to be, if I do get the new job, it's going to become a lot easier for me to do that. And I hope I can, if I do get the new job, I will announce it to you guys, and everything like that. But that's pretty much my focus right now, guys. And I'm sorry if this is a disappointment to you guys, or if this isn't what you wanted to hear or see. I'm sorry about that. But I will say, cycling is my #1 passion and always will be, and I kind of took on this triathlon endeavor just for a little funsy thing, and I will say it's changed my life. I'm a lot healthier, I'm a lot fitter, you know. I might not look like it, but I'm like about 173 to 170. Before I was in the 180s a couple of months ago, and I'm just a lot stronger, you know. And it's just, I've noticed differences in physical and mentality. You know, I don't feel as drained training. And I think that's because of that variety. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Plans for the channel, like I said, I want you guys to let me know what you guys want to see. My life will definitely be changing in the next couple months. And if you guys want to be a part of that, please let me know. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys aren't too disappointed. And, you know, if you guys ever need help with anything cycling related, or even if you're new to triathlon, I've learned a lot over these couple of months, and I would love to help you guys out. So just drop a comment, let me know. And if you guys do want to know, want more stuff, subscribe and everything like that. That's how I'll know that you guys are enjoying this. So whether that's, ride-alongs or a gear setup or gear recommendations, or even reviewing, looking at other things. I really like this talking, and I kind of like the podcast type of style. So if you guys want it, I will do it for you guys, So, but thank you guys for being a part of this journey. I will definitely update you guys when I can. I'll drop my socials in the comments. So I have TikTok, and that's pretty much it. Holy crap. I'm not very social. I do have Facebook, but that is for family and stuff, guys. But thank you guys for being here. I'll try to be better about the channel, and I will definitely let you know. I do plan to do a triathlon in the beginning, or in the future. I do plan to do a triathlon in the future, and I'm not giving up on that, but for right now, it's not looking as good as I would hoped. And I wish I had better news for you guys, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you later.